In this week's Parsha, the Torah tells how the Jewish people finished making the Mishkan, the tabernacle, and all the different vessels in the tabernacle, and all the clothes for the Kohanim, for the Kohen Gadol. And at each step, the Torah says that this was done, Kasher Tziva Hashem es Moshe, as Hashem commanded Moshe. The Jewish people followed the instructions that they got from Moshe perfectly. The question is, though, that the Torah says that the people who needed to make the Mishkan were Chachmei Lev. They were wise people. And the Ramban Nachmanides tells us that they had in them Chachma, Bina, and Das. They had in them wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. If all they were doing was following instructions, why do they need to be such smart people? We can all put together an IKEA bookshelf by following the instructions. If all they were doing was copying exactly what Moshe told them to do, why do they need to be such Chachmei Lev? And the Ramban explains that the reason why they need to be Chachmei Lev is because although they had clear instructions about what to do, but there was also certain kavanos, certain intents, certain things that they were supposed to be thinking about as they were building the Mishkan. And for that, they needed their wisdom. So they needed to have this balance of, on the one hand, following the instructions of Moshe perfectly, but on the other hand, putting in their own kavanos, their own intentions into why these things needed to be done the way they were done. And I think in our own lives, we need that as well. On the one hand, we have to do Kasher Tziva Hashem as Moshe. Whenever we do anything in our lives, it has to be as Hashem commanded Moshe. We always have to follow the ways of the Torah perfectly, exactly as they were told to us. But on the other hand, we don't have to be cookie cutter Jews. We don't all have to do exactly the same thing. There's so much room for creativity. There's so much room for our own input in our Judaism without in any way compromising the laws of the Torah, without compromising the Mesorah, the tradition that we have from Moshe. And therefore, we need to use our own creativity to find new ways to help people, to find new ways to bring people closer to Hashem, to find new ways to serve Hashem without deviating at all from the rules. That's the balance we need to find in our own lives. The balance that the Jewish people had when they put together the Mishkan was, on the one hand, Kasher Tziva Hashem es Moshe. We don't deviate from the rules one iota. But on the other hand, we're Chachmei Lev. We're going to put our own creativity into it. And the same in our lives. We have to follow the rules of the Torah 100%. We can never change the rules. We can never adapt the rules. We can never do anything different than the Torah said. But on the other hand, Hashem gave us a sense of creativity. Hashem made us individual people who are different and think different. So we can each bring our own piece. We can each do our own part in serving Hashem and helping the Jewish people. Have a great, great Shabbos.